Slcl Provincial League Season 2.
We running the show. Watch the champions grow. Where the legends all go. Victory lap. Let the whole world know.
Slcl Provincial League Season 2.
We running the show. Watch the champions grow. Where the legends all go. Victory lap. Let the whole world know.
Slcl Provincial League Season 2.
Well, it's toss time here at the Karwan Sports Club for match number 2 of the Slcl Provincial League 2026. It's season 2 and it's the Battle of the Lions that's taking place right here. It's the Thambapanni Lions taking on the Colombo Lions, and to my left I've got the men that matter. Captain of Colombo Lions, Mr. J.D. Mahesh, along with the captain of Thambapanni Lions, Mr. Lahiru Malwatta, and our match officials, Mr. Zishan Taj and Nadim Manjum. It's going to be J.D. Mahesh who will be flipping the coin. Or it's going to be, I beg your pardon, it's going to be Thambapanni Lions who will be flipping the coin. Heads is the call. It's a heads. Yeah. JD, congratulations, you won the toss. What have you decided to do?
Yeah, today the pitch was good, very nice. We are going to bat first today.
What do you think is a good score here that you will be comfortable to defend later on towards the night?
Yeah, I know due factor will affect. 200 is good score for the wicket because our team is very good, balanced side. I know it's all youngsters and good cricketers opposite side.
How is your playing 11 today?
Today's and myself and Darshana Paris, Shehan Dilshan, Inshika, then what's the whole name?
That's perfectly fine, no worries at all. Anyways, good luck for the game and go well.
Thank you very much.
Lahiru, unfortunately you lost the toss, but what would have you done had you won it?
Yeah, exactly. Like, as JD decided, we also wanted to bat first, but it doesn't matter actually. Even though we have a very good side, so it's fine. It's okay to bowl first in this wicket. It's fine.
What is the score that you will be comfortable chasing later on? Because we did see a lot of dew last night. Do you think the dew factor will come into play as well, that can perhaps play into your favor later on towards the night?
Yes, obviously. I will be will be hoping that dew will be coming onto the play, so it'll be more harder for them to actually bowl. So that is also one plus point, bowling first. So I think anything below 180 will be a very good total chase. So yes. Yeah.
Final question, how's your playing 11 today?
Yeah, we are actually all the Slcl seasons, previous season, we have the same squad. Plus we have 3-4 new players. We have Andrew Paris coming into the side, and Gagan is coming into the side. So another couple of players are there. So they are in really good rhythm, and we have been our preparation were done really well, and yes, we are here to give a good fight for Colombo Lions.
Fantastic. I wish you all the very best, Lahiru, and good luck for the game.
Thank you.
Well, there you go. The news from the centre is that the Colombo Lions have won the toss. They've elected to bat first.
hello, testing 1 2 3 अब आ रही है आवाज़ hello.
Well, good evening to all our viewers. It's match number 2 of the SLCL Provincial League Season 2 underway. The Colombo Lions winning the toss, electing to bat first. Have already got off to a very good start here. Colombo Lions 16 for no loss at the end of the first over. 15 in fact coming off the first over of Gagan. He did have a very bad injury scare after having slipped in his run-up. Good to see that we're all good to go. Andrew Paris opening the proceedings from the other end. Andrew Paris, best figures of 5 for 19, 13 wickets in his career. Well, that's been hit hard. Fielded as extremely well. That's Mohammad Nafis as mid-on. Young legs. Great piece of effort. The two opening batters, the captain JD Mahesh along with Shehan Veeraratne. Left-hand, right-hand combination. Two very prolific run-getters. Shehan Dilshan, 296 matches, over 8,500 runs with an average of 42.33. Some very, very good stats there with a strike rate of almost 150 for Shehan Veeraratne. JD Mahesh on the other end, 646 games, over 16,300 runs with an average of 30 plus and a strike rate of 156. Some very serious numbers here for these two players out there in the middle for the Colombo Lions. The Colombo Lions, based from Abu Dhabi, they drive all the way down towards Ajman to the Karwan Sports Club, which is a good 2.5 hour drive away. So a lot of travelling for these men, but so far it does not look like they've had any sickness as far as the travelling is concerned, but they're off to a very good start now. Well, this has been skied. This is a chance for the fielder at mid-on. Mohammad Nafis coming under and he takes it. He's somebody that does not drop too many chances. He's a very, very good fielder. And it is the captain JD Mahesh who has to walk back to the dugout. Big, big wicket here for the Thambapanni Lions. It is the prolific run getter, the captain, who finds himself back in the dugout, not getting the meaty part of the bat, just only getting elevation than distance. And Andrew Perry strikes as JD Mahesh walks back to the dugout. So Colombo Lions lose their first. It's 16 for 1. So early blood being drawn here. New batter Harsha Madhushankar at number 3. So another left-handed batter joining one left-hander out in the center. Well, that's been slashed hard outside the off stump. Very first ball. But there is cover in the deep, a deep point in place. A very interesting field here for Andrew Perez. For the two left-handers, he's got a deep point and a deep square leg in place. But this is turning out to be a very good over here from Andrew. He's just gone for just 3 runs and most importantly picking up the wicket of the captain, who now finds himself back in the dugout. That's a glorious looking drive, but the chance for a run out. But Mohammad Nafis does not pick it up cleanly. So a successful over from Andrew comes to an end. 2 overs done, it's 20 for 1. So looks like there's a change in the bowling. They've decided to bring in some spin early on. Lahirum Alwatta, the captain, bringing himself on in the 3rd over. Some off spin. 196 matches, over 113 wickets, and best figures of 4 for 20 for Lahirum Alwatta. Good delivery to begin with, Shehan. Well, he's a class player, very stylish left-handed batter is Shehan Veeraratne. Scores a lot of runs, took part in the Emirates D50, the Emirates D20, the D10 versions as well, played in the Bukhatir leagues. He's somebody who's been very prominent here in the UAE domestic, Shehan Veeraratne. So Harsha Madhushankar, with 147 games, 1,220 runs, average just below 15, so he'd like to improve on that. Looks technically sound. Just watchfully played indeed. Plenty of runs in the taking here for the batters early on, mind you. As we go on towards the latter part of the night, there's going to be a lot of dew. There's already dew sitting in, obviously. We are close to 10 p.m. here in the UAE. But later towards the night, it's going to be even tougher. Almost a level playing field. Well, there we go. Already we see that the fielders are struggling to get a hold of the ball due to the dew that you find out there. Can be quite tough for the fielders, but sometimes you've got to do what it takes in order to stop the runs in an event like this, the Sri Lanka Premier League. Well, this time it's in the gap. That was a glorious looking shot there from Harsha Madhushankar. First boundary for him today. And that would certainly give him a world of confidence as he go into his innings. Slightly over pitched on that occasion. And he was certainly up to the mark. Harsha Madhushankar getting his front foot forward. Well, we always speak about the left-hander's grace, and We've said it over and over again, especially left-handers that come from the Emerald Isle of Sri Lanka always has that class to them. Good delivery, a quick single been taken. Well, like this, you've got a boundary in the over. Now you can just afford to rotate the strike. It's been a good over here for the batting team. 8 runs have come off it so far. Still one more delivery remaining. It's a packed offside field here. Now they've got that point fielder coming towards the square leg region. Well, this is again mistimed. Fielder, is he able to get under? He is not. Was a tough chance. You needed that to stick, didn't it? He did all the good work. He covered a lot of real estate. He made sure that he got to the ball, but unfortunately, just at the very last second, just not able to hang on to it. Well, the batter survived. That's the end of the over. 3 done is 30 for 1. Well, down the leg side, a wide and an additional run been taken as the wicket keeper was not able to collect that. That's slightly sloppy, I'd say. So Andrew continuing on to his second over. They're off to a good start here at the batting team. They're going at above 10 runs and over. Nicely played. Down towards the third man region. They come back for a couple. The running has been great by the two batters. Shehan moves on to 11 of 8 deliveries. He's got a start. He's got to go on. He certainly will be the cornerstone as far as the Colombo line batters are concerned. They'll want him to play a vital role. Oh, a direct, it would have been interesting. Could have been touch and go on that occasion. We'll have a look at that replay again. Well, that's a good looking shot. A glorious looking shot. Inside out over covers. Has that gone all the way? It has gone all the way. Some exercise there for the umpire, Mr. Nadeem Manjum. Well, Mr. Nadeem Manjum, I'll tell you, he's been a part of the SLCL since season 1. Mr. Zishan has been a part of the umpiring panel as well since the inception of the SLCL. So some great officials that you have out there officiating this game as well. But look at that for a replay. That was one of the best looking shots so far of the night. Harsha Madhushankar looks good. Beautiful looking inside out. And this time he goes, but there's a fielder in the deep and takes a brilliant catch on the boundary ropes. Well, that is extremely disappointing. That was a hit me delivery. The shot was certainly on here for Harsha Madhushankar. But unfortunately, he picks the lone fielder in the boundary rope. Well, he did look extremely good. Look at that. The ball was traveling. But the fielder does extremely well. Positions himself with a good balance and takes the catch in the deep to dismiss Harsha Madhushankar, who departs. So very unfortunate here as Harsha departs for 13 of 6 balls. Colombo Lions lose wickets in regular intervals now. It's 41 for 2. New batter is Darshana Ruchika Piris at number 4. The Colombo Lions in a spot of bother now. Oh, that's a thick outside edge. There is a fielder at deep third, but it was just wide outside, down towards the third man boundary. The fielder had absolutely no chance whatsoever. So the very first ball from Darshana Piris, and he gets a boundary and is off the mark. It's always a good way for a batter to get off the mark straight away. Certainly would help him a world of confidence into his innings. But the bowler will not mind that, I'll tell you, because that was just very, very close to that fielder being positioned at deep third. Good looking shot once again. But a misfield. Well, that's a poor piece of effort. Well, has he managed to keep that in field of play? Sure, the umpires will want to have a look, but there we go. That is the confirmation from umpire Nadeem Manjum. Poor piece of effort by the fielder at short covers. But a valiant effort there by the fielder at mid-off who gave chase. I think that was Mohammad Nafis. Look at that for a piece of acrobatic effort. Gave it his all, but not sufficient to prevent the boundary. The over comes to an end. A successful over there for Andrew. It's 45 for 2. 49 for 2, in fact. So looks like it's the captain who continues. Lahiru into his second over. So left-handers galore for the Colombo Lions. We've already had 3 left-handers grace the centre. Something that we find only in our parts from Sri Lanka. Many left-handers, and that too graceful at that. We have the likes of someone like Kumar Sangakkara that we speak very highly of back home, who's caught the imaginations of a generation due to his talent and skill. Oh, good delivery, asking the question, but that was perhaps just sliding down the leg side. So good decision there by the umpire, Nadeem Manjum, who's been a part of the Slcl Provincial League since season 1 last year. Very experienced man, Mr. Nadeem Manjum. Well, now I've also been joined here in the comm box by a very special guest that I'd like to introduce to all our viewers. Once again, excellent piece of effort. Certainly saved the boundary. Well, this man that I'm about to introduce to you, ladies and gentlemen, is the brains behind this wonderful tournament that we call the Sri Lanka Cricket League, who's provided this platform for the Sri Lankan cricketers emerging into this nation. Mr. Manju Abesekara, the founder of the Slcl Provincial League. Manju, firstly, truly honored to have you in the comm box. Welcome. And I'd like to know your thoughts on the game, on the tournament, how you've managed to, first and foremost, create a masterclass of this sort. I'd like to hear something from you on that front.
Thank you, Atik, for getting me joined. So, SLCL, a brand started way back 10 years ago in 2016 with 3 teams, and today we have about 64 plus teams registered with the brand. So, Provincial League is the latest introduced to a league. That is the prime league. We call it Sri Lankan's A Division League in UAE. So the best 140 players being franchised to play this league for the season 2 this year. Even the season 1 we had 6 teams played. So we have come across a long way of a decade. We are completing a decade by next year, and we are planning to release a souvenir as well as a milestone of the journey we started. So with me, I would like to name Jude Suranga, who was my partner and who started this brand in way back 10 years ago. So it's a kind of a happy factor for us, for the entire community in UAE as well, that from cement cricket in 2015 we moved to hardball cricket with 3 teams, and today we have about 60 plus teams, and throughout the calendar year from September to June we are having 6 different type of leagues, starting from the club league to schools league to masters league, and then to the Ramadan league and the prime league provincial league. So it's a happy factor for me, and happy to be the leader of this brand and serving the community and these beautiful players.
Well, that's truly absolutely astonishing to hear it from the founder himself, Mr. Manju Abesekara. But Manju, truly, I'd say it's a wonderful story, isn't it? Founded in 2016, a tournament like this, that you provided a platform for these youngsters coming all the way from Sri Lanka, looking for an employment opportunities here in the UAE, working professionals, because we all know back home in Sri Lanka, yes, we are a test playing nation, we are a World Cup winning country, but unfortunately the club cricketers, so to say the least, never had the luxury of playing in world-class facilities. We here in the UAE are blessed to play under lights, because you know back home in Sri Lanka, obviously unless you make it to the big stages, either you play for the national teams where you get chances to play in those big stadiums like the Katharama Stadium, or perhaps even the Mahinda Rajapaksa Stadium, or at Pallekele for that matter. But here in the UAE, even Division 3 levels they're able to, play in these world-class facilities, tough cricket, tough wickets, under lights. This is very close, very, very close. Once again, the umpire remains unfazed. Well, it's been a very, very good start for the Colombo Lions. In spite of losing 2 wickets, we're into the last over of the power play. 59 for 2 after 5.2 overs. But Darshan Apiris, who is on strike, I'll tell you, this is a very, very key wicket, because last night, this man scored a 97, unbeaten. So he's been somebody who's been in red hot form, and if the Thambapanni Lions can find a way to get him out, they'd have done themselves a massive favour. So just speaking more on this tournament, Manju, like you did mention, over 60 plus clubs, I'd like to know the thought process behind it. Yes, you've created this wonderful tournament, but how did this idea come into your mind? How long have you manifested it to put this into play? How many years of toil did it take?
Well, it's a happy question for me actually to tell this story. No one has asked this question before, so thank you, Atik, for asking this. So myself is a leg spinner by cricketing career, and my partner as well, Jude Suranga. So I remember in 2009-10 onwards till 2015, we never had the privilege of playing in turf cricket. So we always had the cement wickets in Ajman, Al Zora area. So we used to go there. So the leg spinners or the off spinners don't get much advantage on those cement wickets. We were, used to get hammered by the players. So it was a process where there was a era like in 2014-15 where I wanted to quit playing domestic cricket, because there is no much for the leg spinners or the spinners in the cement wicket. So then I asked this question after a game from Jude. Can't we find any turf cricket other than the Saja Stadium in this country? Then he said, no, there is one in Bataya, but it was never maintained properly. But it's a turf, but it almost like a cement. Then I said, okay, let's go and have a look over there. And then when we go there, we thought it's a decent wicket. We can do some certain modification to the ground, outfield, and some certain things. So we started discussing with the owner, and then owner was supportive, and he said, okay, whatever the modification you wanted to do, you can do. I still remember I was wearing the short and some rusty t-shirt and painting the parapet wall around with some paint, and then we manufactured, we built washrooms for the families, and we painted, we waxed the wood over there in the sitting area. So we did lot of modifications, and we tiled the presentation area. So with lot of happiness, me, Jude, and my all fellow colleagues those days, we used to do lot of changes. And then we started this brand in 2016 with lot of glamour. We started developing videos, we started developing flyers. That time no one has created flyers in the country for any. It's not only the Sri Lankan but the other nationalities also. So we started with a very high standard. So it is easy for us to come to this stage in a shorter time, because we started with a higher standard as well.
Well, that's truly, truly amazing. And we will speak more about it after we have the drinks break. So it's been a good period of play here for the Colombo Lions. 6 overs, power play overs done and dusted. 67 for 2. So 67 for 2 after 6 overs. It's Mohammad Halan who's coming into the attack now. Shehan Dilshan, well, he will certainly hold the key as well. He's a prolific run getter, Shehan Dilshan. With all the runs that he's made here in the UAE domestic, he'll certainly hold a massive edge here for the Colombo Lions. Mohammad Halan, 274 matches, over 178 wickets. And he's got some amazing figures. And just look at that, best figures of 5 for 8. 67 for 2. Both batters are now off to a good start. Shehan Dilshan on 24. Darshan Apiris on 15 of 8 balls. Well, now it's going to be a period of rebuilding. Well, so just continuing our conversation here with Mr. Manju Abesekara. We've just spoken very highly of what this tournament offers us to the Sri Lankan expat community. A wonderful platform for these youngsters to seriously make a mark. You've got some very big names here as well. You've got the likes of someone like Shehan Weeraratne, who's also part of the Emirates D series. You've got the UAE under-19 captain who took part yesterday, Mr. Varuna Pereira. You have Andrew Berenger, who played for the UAE. He played for 3 countries, in fact, just as Mr. Manju was telling me. So you've got a mix of players, even from the very top levels, to someone like, for an example, like Mohammad Nafis, an upcoming youngster, 15 years old, special talent, who's been harnessed by both the UAE as well as back home in Sri Lanka as well. I believe I did have a chat with Mr. Nafis's father, Mr. Wazir, the other day as well, where he did tell me that he's been keenly watched by Chaminda Was, Nuan Joisa, Sanat Jayasuriya, who's taken a very keen interest into his development, and he certainly is a future. Definitely, he's a young blood. Well, this is slightly uppish, but it's over the fielder. Well, I thought for a second that was just going to lobby straight down to the fielder's throat. But that is the power of this man, Darshan Apiris. He certainly backs a punch. Look at that. Oh, well, that reminded me of that Asanka Gurusinghe 6 in the 1996 World Cup off the back foot. What a hit that was from Darshan Apiris. He moves on to 22. That's the end of the 7th over. We'll speak more about it in the next over. It's 77 for 2. So 77 for 2 after 7 overs. They're off to a good start, going at a run rate of 11 runs and over. In spite of losing 2 wickets, it's exactly what the doctor ordered. Some left arm spin here. Sadish Patrinage coming into the attack. But straight away, he's been welcomed, and welcomed in style. Shehan Dilshan Weeraratne, you beauty. What a stroke that was. A left-hander's class. Magnificent shot there once again. That was a beautiful stroke, wasn't it, Manju? But speak to us more about this left-arm spinner who's just come into the attack.
Well, I think Sadish Anthony, we used to call him, yeah. So he's a current Sri Lankan under-23 divisional player. He fly back to Sri Lanka every season, and he just came from Sri Lanka due to the weather conditions. Under-23 tournament was postponed to September, so he flew back to play the Provincial League. So there are few talents, and he's an old boy of St. Peter's College, and he's just 22-23 years old. So not very far from the school cricket, but he has developed a lot, and he's playing Bukatir League and some A division other teams as well. So a key player, very clever bowler, and not very economic, but a bowler who can produce wickets, and that's the fact I was saying. He conceded runs, but he is a key wicket taker for any team he play.
Well, talk about the man with the golden arm, Sadish Patiranage. Well, he flew into the UAE and he straight away made an impression into the game by taking the wicket of the man who scored a magnificent 97 last night. Well, that's a big wicket, a very good piece of effort there in the deep as well. And I believe that was Mohammad Nafis, was it, on the boundary ropes? He does not drop too many. He's a very safe fielder. Harshan Apiris departs. So the Colombo Lions, well, they're losing wickets in regular intervals. It's 84 for 3. Hiran Sasanka, the new batter, at number 5. But they've got some seriously very good players in the ranks. Manju, well, you know all these players like the back of your hand, don't you? Seems like you truly are the GOAT for the Slcl players. Speak to us more about this young man who's just walked into bat.
Well, I think Hiran recently came to UAE and working at UUDS. So he's facing Sadish, fellow Petrite and Josephian battle here. So he's just 19 or 20 years maximum. He just finished his school cricket and came to UAE. So not more than 20 years, if I'm not wrong, and facing to his brother's school bowler Sadish. Very stylish batsman. Not a power hitter, a very good wicket-keeper batsman any team would like to have.
Solidly behind that was Hiran Sasanka. So Sadish Patranage, well, after conceding a 6 of the very first ball, usually a bowler, when being hit for a 6 of the very first ball, the pressure can certainly get to you. But he's done really well here. He's just gone for just 1 run after that, and most importantly, he's picked up a wicket here as well. Drawing in all his experience. Well, the athleticism has been brilliant. Well, this is something that we boast of back home as well, the fielding standards, even from the school levels, that the coaches, they instill a lot of discipline as far as their ground fielding is concerned. And these youngsters, when they come in, due to the level of competition that you have back home, getting a platform to play like this here in the UAE is truly commendable. So last ball of the over. Shehan Dilshan Veeraratna, well, he's just milking it along. As easy as it seems. Well, he's somebody, before you realize, he'll just knock it around and he'll be a 50 of 30 balls before you realize it. That's the end of the 8th over. It's 86 for 3. Well, Amin Miflal coming in to bowl the 9th over and almost striking the very first delivery. Well, Amin Miflal was here with us in the commentary box last night, supporting me here, and good to see him ply his trade. Amin Miflal, currently employed with the Emirates group, and he's an integral part of the Emirates Fly Better team as well for many years now, Amin Miflal. Played in the big matches as well. Pete Wright. Amin Miflal, a very, very good talent. A good all-rounder to have in a team. Tall left-arm fast bowler. But Manju, just speak to us more about who are the other players to watch out for in the Thambapanni setup as well.
Well, as we spoke about Andy, he's a special player and he holds some record as well because he has played for four national representation for 4 countries in cricket. So I'm not sure whether it is counted as a record, but yeah, he has something there. So he represented Sri Lanka under 19 when he was 17-18 years old when he was playing for St. Peter's, and then he was in Bermuda when the Bermuda national team was formed for the World Cup, and he flew back to UAE and he played good 7 years of cricket in UAE when Akib Javid was the captain in UAE, the coach of UAE. So he played 2013 World Cup. I still remember he get inside edge bowled for Nuwan Kulasekara. So he was a very handy batsman, very stylish player, wicket keeper, and he bowls bit of off spin as well. So he's a player to watch out in this kind of batting friendly wickets. And the other main player is Mohammad Hallan. So Mohammad Hallan is the player who has played the majority number of A division games as a Sri Lankan in UAE. So he's working for Bukatir, so he get that privilege to play for Bukatir League for last, I think, almost 8 to 9 years. So with that exposure, he's a experienced candidate. And not forgetting Amin Miflal, who played for St. Peter's again in 2017. Few Pete Wrights in this Thambapanni Lions squad. In fact, the owner of Thambapanni Lions itself is a Pete Wright as well. So that's the wicket number 4. To talk more about the wicket, I think you can go ahead.
Well. Amin Miflal striking in his very first over. This has turned out to be a very, very good over. He's created the pressure. The first 2 to 3 balls, you saw the first one getting a leading edge. And he's kept it tight. And then you see the pressure telling on the batter. We see there you go, the fist pump there from Amin Miflal. He's absolutely jubilated. So Colombo Lions, they're losing wickets in regular intervals here. Thambapanni Lions are certainly right back in the game. 4 wickets down now. Hiran departs. It's 89 for 4 at the end of the 9th over. $89 for 4. Sadesh continues on to his 3rd over now. Well, the last over has been a brilliant one from Amin Miflal. He's just gave away 3 runs, but most importantly picking up the big wicket. A big fish back in the dugout. Projected score 196. New batter Inshaka Sirivardhana at number 6. Manju, what can you tell us more about this young man?
Well, he's about 2 to 3 years to UAE, and I have not seen much he's playing cricket in Dubai because most of them, that's Plum LBW armor from Sadesh Anthony, no clue at all. In fact, Inshaka played a brilliant inning in the last Ramadan League. I was about to tell about that inning. He played a blinder kind of inning, 22 balls, half century, something closer to that. But this is unplayable delivery from Sadesh. Armor ball, a new batsman, and no clue at all. So a great breakthrough for the Thambapanni Lions.
Well, this man spinning a web around the batters, isn't he? Well, I'll tell you what, that's going to miss off stump. That's going to miss leg stump. And that's going to hit middle of middle. Easy decision there for umpire Nadeem Anjum. But very unfortunate here for Inshaka, who does not make a mark. He departs for a golden duck. The Colombo Lions, they lose half the side, now back in the dugout. It's 90 for 5. $90 for 5, and invokes Shehan Thandakara at number 7 in fact. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you guys all to pay a very, very special attention to this man who's just walked out to bat, and just look at that jersey, what he's wearing, and just look at his name, and just look at his batting, and just look at his stance, and also make sure how you look at him when he's standing at the non-striker's end. All of this will tell you a story, and that story is there's a very prominent image, and just look at that stance. Look at that. That is a typical Kumar Sangakkara, isn't it? Look at that name, Shehan Thandakara, with a number 11, being a left-handed batter. And the way he now standing at the non-striker's end, well, I'm sure Kumar Sangakkara will be proud, isn't it?
Well, that's the signature mark which Thandakara used to keep. He used to say that I wanted to be like Sangakkara. So when he started playing the Slcl, he's another one kind of a player who played in 2016 first season as well. So since then, that time he was 21 years old, probably 30s now, early 30s. So he loves the legend a lot.
Well, I'll tell you what, Manju, Shehan Thandakara and myself, we will be best friends, because I am a die-hard fan of Kumar Sangakkara as well. But I'll tell you what, if this man can play half as good as the legend, the Colombo Lions will be able to get out of trouble. Not something like that. But once again, an excellent over here by Sadish. He's just given away 3 runs and he's picked up a wicket as well. So the Thambapanni Lions, they've done brilliantly so far. The Battle of the Lions, the men in purple are bossing the game at this stage. The Colombo Lions losing their way halfway into the innings. So at the halfway stage, the Colombo Lions, well, they find themselves on the back of the wall. 92 for 5 at the end of 10. So Amir Miflal He continues. Well, it's good to see Miflal drawing in all his experience, just as Manju did mention. He was a part of the St. Peter's playing 11 in 2017, which also coincides, Manju, with my debut in the commentary box when I did make my debut for the papare.com back home in Sri Lanka. I made my debut in the big matches for the Peters, the Battle of the Saints, where Miflal was playing. So that was my beginning in the commentary box, and life has come a long way over the last 10 years. Halfway across the world, 3,000 kilometers away. And here I am, had the honor of commentating with him last night here at the curtain raise of Season 2 of the Slcl Premier League. And, well, he's a workhorse, I'll tell you, Miflal. But it's actually great to see, Manju, these players. You have the mix of these international players with international experience, these youngsters, players with a lot of experience, and mind you, mostly here in Dubai, you have all working professionals as well. It's a great mix to have, isn't it?
Well, yeah, so if you see, I think since the last 10 years, the number of Sri Lankan players playing the A division in UAE has gradually increased. So 10 years ago, probably 1 or 2, but today we have about 12 to 15 players who's playing A division for different A division teams. So with the UUDS emerging as the runners-up in the Bukatir League 50th edition, there are more names has been highlighted and spotted by the franchisee owners. So the future is bright for the Sri Lankans in UAE.
Well, certainly very, very bright. And look at that delivery. A left-hander, left-armer's dream there from Miflal, completely foxing the batter. We're talking about the UUDS that he did mention. I had the luxury of commentating in the Bukhatir League when the UUDS almost crossed the line. They were runners-up in the tournament. We had the likes of the international flavors as well. Former World Cup winner Sachitra Senanaika taking part in the tournament as well, who's now back, has gone back to the country. So these youngsters all getting that experience and exposure. 11 overs done. It's 95 for 5. So Manju, what more can you tell us about the Thambapanni Lions? Well, we've known that Thambapanni are a prominent catering organization here in the UAE. But they've got some very, very good players in their ranks as well. Speak to us more about the team as well.
Well, I think Thambapanni is a restaurant, a Sri Lankan leading restaurant, where they have couple of branches in Dubai and Sharjah, and recently they got another brand under them, that is Tushani's, in the southern part of Dubai as well. So all in all, under their group they have 3 restaurants, 2 under Thambapanni brand and Tushani's in Jebel Ali. So Thambapanni, when you say Thambapanni, it's among the Sri Lankans it's famous as a restaurant. But for the non-Sri Lankan, it's a sporting franchise. So they don't know Thambapanni is a restaurant, because that much investment Thambapanni has done for the sports, mainly for cricket, but not limited to cricket. They had netball as well, and they used to sponsor a lot of school teams for netball, badminton, whatever the sport you name, they always support. So I should say the names of the owners, Timo Jesudasan and Naomi Jesudasan. It's a family business now, so they have been supporting throughout, not only the Slcl brand, for the other Sri Lankan organizers, the teams. In fact, in this league, Thambapanni Lions is their own team, and they are the main sponsor of Scorpios team as well. So they goes as Scorpios by Thambapanni, and they are the main catering partner of SLCL as well. In this model itself, his investment is in three buckets. So that is not to gain anything, but for the love of the game and the passion, and to give that opportunity, the correct opportunity at the correct time for these boys.
Well, this is again skied up in the air, and the catch has been taken. So Shehan Tandakara does not trouble the score as much. Sadish Patiranage, he's picked up his third wicket tonight. The Colombo Lions, they're losing their way, and they're falling like 9 pins at this stage. Once again, not the best of shot selections there. Wide outside the off stump, trying to go across the line, trying to heave that ball, stretch it from outside the off and trying to fetch it towards the leg side. Well, my friend Tandakara, Kumar Sangakkara will not be too proud of that. But nevertheless, he departs. Colombo Lions, 102 for 6. Well, what a spell this is from Sadish Patranage. He's 3 for 27 and he's approaching the last ball of his spell, but he's bowled a brilliant one here, hasn't he? Sadish, we heard Manju explain to us about this man coming into the country, under 23 player back home in Sri Lanka, just flying in here and making a very, very serious dent into the game. He's put the Thambapanni Lions in a very good position. New batter is Pasindu Wanyarachi at number 7, number 8 in fact. Well, Colombo Lions, well, it's been a poor effort, hasn't it? It's certainly plenty of runs in the taking, but the batters, nobody supporting Shehan Veeraratne, who's still unbeaten on the other end. He's on 42, he's coming back for a couple. The running has been brilliant, but had that been a better throw right above the stumps, he could have been in trouble. So Sadish Patranage completes his spell, and he's bowled extremely well. 3 for 29 of his 4 overs, and that was the replay of that last ball. Look at that. Yes, had that been a better throw, Wanyarachi would have been in serious trouble. 12 overs done, it's 104 for 6. So the final hope here for the Colombo Lions is Shehan Veeraratne, 43 of 34. But Pasindu Wanyarachi, Manju, do you think he can support Shehan here? Because right now not looking good here for the Colombo Lions.
Well, Pasindu is a very experienced candidate and a very brave cricketer. So a situational cricketer. Have seen so many games played by Pasindu, who has been under pressure in almost all the games. He don't have the privilege of going for the runs freely because he won't play on the top order. So he always come under pressure situation. Capable candidate who can take the game away from the opposition. All what he need at this stage is to get a partnership going for coming 4 to 5 overs with Shehan, and take the team to a decent score. About at this stage, about 170, 180 would be the target. Lions, the Ceylon Lions, Colombo Lions might be looking at. At the start, it was 220, but now they have to adjust to the situation. 170 could be a decent score to defend.
Well, you've seen plenty of runs on the surface, hasn't it? Even yesterday we did witness the first game of the tournament where the Scorpios posted 200 plus thanks to that brilliant 100 by Nishita Abhilash last night, and the UAE Lions folding for 160 odd or a 45 run short of the target. So definitely that 180 190 run mark would be absolutely bare minimum here on this surface. The Thambapanni Lions have some very, very good players in their ranks, but so far the bowlers of Thambapanni Lions, they've done a brilliant job, especially this man, this old fox, Amin Miflal. 1 for 9, 2.5 overs. He's bowled really well. He's supported Sadish on the other end, who picked up 3 wickets. Both of them bowling extremely well in tandem. Projected score 167 with 4 wickets in hand. Well, that's going to be a tough ask, isn't it? Shehan, well, he is certainly perhaps the final hope for the Colombo Lions if they are to get to a respectable score, so to say the least. 13 overs done, 108 for 6 as players take drinks. So 108 for 6. 7 overs remaining. Mohammad Halan comes into the attack to bowl his second over. None for 10 of his first over here. Colombo Lions, they need a partnership and they need it right now. These two batters will certainly play a vital role. It's key that this partnership carries on for the Lions. A lot of dew out there for the players. Can be quite tough for the outfielders. We see the towels are out. 109 for 6. Shehan Dilshan on 44 now of 35 balls. He's been the lone warrior here for the Colombo Lions in this batting innings for the Lions. He's got to go on and make it a big one if they are to get to a respectable score. Oh, that's close, that's close! The wicket keeper along with the bowler, they desperately wanted that wicket. But I think that was a very good decision there by umpire Nadeem Anjum. It was just perhaps going with the arm, just perhaps missing that leg stump. So a very good decision there by the umpire. That was mightily close, I'll tell you, just marginal. 109 for 6. It was a high risk shot, I'll tell you, with the ball staying low for an off spinner. Oh, that's a poor piece of effort. Unnecessary there. Just given extra due to that misfield. Thambapanni Lions, when you've got the opposition at 111 for 6, you've got to go for the throat. You've got to make sure that your performance is absolutely cynical. Nicely flighted. Mohammad Halan, as Manju, who's just departed from the commentary box, was very kind of him to come and spend some time here, share his insights. Did explain to us that Mohammad Halan is one of the most experienced A division players here in the UAE. An integral part of the Bukhatir leagues as well. And once again, you needed a better throw. That could have been trouble. Pasindu did seem to be struggling to get towards the non-strikers, and had that been a better throw, could have certainly been in all sorts of trouble. Shehan on 48, approaching a milestone. He's been a prolific run getter, Shehan Dilshan. Now on to 49, and he will keep strike for the next over. So good over here from Halan once again. 6 runs come off that. 14 done, 114 for 6. So that single for Shehan Dilshan brings up his half century. It's been a fantastic innings under pressure. When the chips were down, wickets were tumbling on the other end, and he's been the lone man. Not much celebration because he knows job's not done. 50 of 41 balls here for Shehan Dilshan. Well, you needed somebody to support this man on the other end. But wickets kept tumbling. Now Pasindu Wanyarachi. 6 overs remaining. Can he provide the support? Well, he goes hard. Over point and gets a boundary. First one for him tonight. And that would certainly give him a world of confidence into this innings. Beautifully hit there on that occasion. Quicker delivery, but just slightly wide outside the off stump on that occasion. Well, all he had to do was get enough bat. The captain, Lahiru Malwatta, coming in to bowl his third over. Just slightly losing his line on that occasion. Projected score 166. Well, they'll certainly look to get towards at least that 180 run mark from here on if they are to give any fight for the opposition. Good delivery once again. Smart batting here by Pasindu Wanyarachi. You get a boundary, just rotate the strike, hand it back to Shehan. Well, the question here now, what would Shehan do? Would he like to go after the bowling, or is he just gonna keep rotating the strike, just keep knocking it around, pick the ones and twos, take it deep, get towards the 17th, 18th over before he cuts loose? Flighted. That's been caressed through the offside. So this over has been a good one here for the batting team so far. This is all that they've got to do, because you've already got a boundary in the over. And if you get 5 singles, that's 9 runs of the over. And if you can do that over the next 4-5 overs, that's another 50 runs added to the total. So you've got to try and play risk-free cricket here. Good delivery, very good delivery. Slightly quicker through the air here, Lahiru. Certainly varying his pace continuously. Risky shot there, fetching that from the off stump. Single, and Pasindu will keep strike. 122 for 6 at the end of the 15th. We're into the last 5 overs of the innings now. 123 for 6 after 15.1. Mohammad Halan into his third over now. A bit of a partnership now building between these two. After 6 wickets tumbling early on. The Thambapanni Lions, they'd like to keep picking up wickets here. They need the wicket of this man on strike. Shehan Veeraratne, a very technically sound batter. Well, we hear a lot about the wall. The great Rahul Dravid of India. But I'd say Shehan Veeraratne is the wall as far as the domestic circuit here in the UAE is concerned. So got a very, very good technique. And he's somebody who's really Looked very high upon. Making a good name for himself here, Shahan Veeraratne. Hot conditions here in the UAE. Mind you, we're in the peak of summer. Temperatures during the daytime varying close to around the 45-50 degree mark. So even during this time, we've got a lot of humidity. Temperatures just in the high 30s, I'd say. So it can be quite tough for the players. But mind you, the Sri Lankans, coming from the island nation of Sri Lanka, which is known to be quite warm, can be quite humid. Obviously, temperatures not as high as you find here in these parts of the world. But because it being an island surrounded by the sea, the humidity levels are quite high. But temperatures usually in Colombo are around the 32 degrees mark on the worst days. But of course, you usually play during the daytime there back in Colombo, and that's a catch been taken. And it's the captain, Lahiru Malwatta, who does not drop too many. Pasindu Vanyarachi departs. Beautifully flighted outside the off stump. Oh, that's a good piece of catch. He timed his jump to perfection there, the captain. So a partnership, the partnership between these two been broken. 7th one done now, the Colombo Lions. Well, they find themselves in danger of getting bowled out 126 for 7. Another left-hander walks into bat. Number 9. It's left-handers galore here for the Colombo Lions. Malindu, the new batter, at number 9. Well, you had almost 5 to 6 left-handed batters for the Colombo Lions so far. And only 2 right-handers. You had the captain J.D. Mahesh, Hiran Sasanka, Inshaka Sirivardhana. Right-handers Pasindu Vanyarachi. So Pasindu, Malindu in fact, 79 matches, 1,630 runs, average of 36, so he can certainly bat. So I mean, Miflal into his last over. He's been absolutely economical. It's been a brilliant spell so far. His line and length has been brilliant. Look at that delivery. It's again hit up and it's been put down. Amin Miflal, well, he's not a happy man, I'll tell you. Spare a thought for him. He's bowled so well. It's again Upish. And he just came hard at the ball there on that occasion. Just was not able to hang on to it. But he's been brilliant. Amin Miflal. The line and length has been magnificent. Very, very unlucky, I'd say. Amin would have liked to have at least get another couple of more wickets under his name. But he's got 2 more deliveries remaining in his spell. Can he get one here? Thoroughly deserved it. Look at that. Very economical 1 for 13. Completely losing his shape there, Malindu, on that occasion. Trying to lobby Amin Miflal over the square leg region. Better off perhaps trying to hit him down the ground. Being a left-handed batter with the ball spinning into him gives him a better chance. Look at that ball staying low there. I mean, Miflal, what is he asking? Well, he finishes off his spell. 1 for 13 of his 4 overs. He's been extremely economical. An excellent spell there by the veteran left-arm spinner. 17 done, 129 for 7. Well, they're asking the question. They were very confident that there was perhaps some bat onto the pad and the wicket keeper taking that catch. But umpire Nadeem Manjul straight away points away, but there was no bat. Mohammad Halan is very, very confident that there was some bat in it. But that would have been a very big wicket. Shehan Dilshan. He's been the lone warrior, 55 of 47. Desperately needed that wicket here. That's a good shot. That's a very, very good stroke there by Shehan Dilshan Veeraratne. He's got it all the way over that fine leg region for a 6. What a hit that was. Not the easiest of shots to play for an off spinner, because you've got to generate some serious power to get the elevation and distance. He holds the key now, Shehan Veeraratne. 61 of 48 deliveries. Oh, that was almost a cotton ball. Mohammad Halan had to move fast to his left. Was rather low. Perhaps may have got a bit of a finger. Look at that. Oh, that was mightily, mightily close. Sometimes you'd like those to go your way. But Shehan has played so well. Deserves those half chances going his way, certainly. Mohammad Halan has been restricting the batter from space. He's been cramming him for room, not giving him room to free his arms with, bowling into the body of the left-handers. It's been extremely smart. Street smart cricketer here, Mohammad Halan. 1 for 27 in his spell so far, has been extremely good as well. So a couple of risky shot selections here by Shehan. But seems to be backing himself to pull that off. Getting down on one knee and then using the line of the bowler to somehow scoop it down towards that fine leg region. He's managed to do it a few times now. Malindo now on strike. 1 of 5. He's just struggled to get going. Well, he's pulled that hard. But straight to the fielder. A bit of a fumble will enable the batters. In fact, they'll just only get a single. Not the best of running. So Mohammad Alan finishes off his spell. 4 overs. 1 for 29. 2 overs remaining in the innings. Colombo Lions, well, they were not able to get going here. 139 for 7. So Gagan coming in to bowl the penultimate over. He just bowled 1 over up front. Went for 15 runs. Entrusted to bowl the penultimate over. Starts off quite well. A wide Yorker, and that's exactly the kind of skill that you would expect in today's day and age. The T20 version where you'd want bowlers to bowl those wide Yorkers. Malindo is just not able to get going here. Once again, that similar delivery going full. Well, I think Malindo, the best thing he can do here is just knock it around, hand the strike back to Shehan. He's a set batter. He's got to take the majority of the strike of the last 10 balls of the innings. And he's got to go after it. There's no point just holding back at this stage. You need any runs to come your way as much as possible. The Thambapanni Lions have bowled brilliantly, have bowled beautifully. Once again, trying to heave it. Just struggling to make contact here, Malindu. It's a very, very good over here by Gagan. A slower ball this time. So he's been changing the pace. Wicket keeper will be disappointed he didn't collect that cleanly. As had he done that, he could have perhaps had Malindu on strike. Shehan Veeraratne, can he finish off here with a flurry of boundaries? He's a set batter, he's been there for 50 deliveries. Slower ball, goes inside out, over covers. Fielded as really well in the deep. That's a brilliant pace of effort. I think that was the captain himself as well, Lahir Malwatta. The sweeper covers certainly saved a couple of runs for the team. .142 on the board. Shehan on 65. 4 deliveries, just 3 runs coming off this over so far by Gagan in the penultimate over. Brilliant stuff. This is turning out to be a fantastic over. Certainly providing the goods, exactly saving the trust of the captain that's entrusted him to bowl the penultimate over. He's come back with the goods here, Gagan. After going for 15 runs in that first over, this is a brilliant comeback. Colombo Lions, well, they're just struggling big time here, aren't they? Malindu, well, he'd not be very happy with what the scoreboard reads. 2 runs of 9 balls. He'd like to get a boundary here. He's trying to get a runner ball. This time he makes contact. It's into the gap. They'll get a couple. And that's the end of the over. Brilliant over here from Gagan. He just gives away 5 runs of that over. 19 done, 145 for 7 with 1 over to go. .145 for 7. Last over. And it's Lahirumal Watta, the captain himself, has decided that he's going to be taking the responsibility. Can be a dangerous ploy. Spinner ball in the last over with a set batter in. Shehan Dilshan on 66. It goes beautifully inside out. And he's got it fine over that point region for a boundary. And that's the danger that we spoke about. He opens the face of the bat at the very last second. And there's no fielders there in the deep. Excellent shot there by Shehan. He moves on to 70 now of 53 balls. Well, he's been the only man to actually make a statement here tonight with the bat for the Colombo Lions. Hit hard down the ground. There is a fielder in the deep. And they'll come back for a couple. Excellent running here by the two batters. Well, I think the umpires want to have a look, because they just felt that the fielder in the deep perhaps touched his foot on the boundary rope. We'll have a look at that again. Let's have a look at that. Look what happens. Look at that back foot. Oh, goodness gracious, that's a boundary. That's a boundary. That's a poor piece of fielding effort there. The match awareness was not up to the mark. So Shehan Veeraratne getting 2 boundaries of the first 2 balls. Oh, has he bowled him? He's bowled him. Finally, a breakthrough here, and it is the wicket of Shehan Veeraratne, the set batter, who managed to hold one end, making himself some room, going towards the offside, trying to sweep that from outside the off stump. only to miss the straight delivery and gets bowled. So the captain strikes Lahiru. In fact, Shehan departs after a very, very well made 70 odd. Colombo Lions lose their 8th. It's 153 for 8. New batter Rashmika Sirivardhana at number 10. The captain picking up a big wicket in the last over of Shehan after he did get 2 boundaries in the first 2 balls. Not easy here for the new batters who coming into bat to go after straight away. So Malindu 4 of 10. Can he get a couple of boundaries in the last 2 overs? And if he can do that, he'll finish at a runner ball. He just struggled to get going. 154 on the board. Finally, he's managed to get some bat. And that's gone all the way for a 6. Well. That's a much needed boundary for Malindu. And for the Colombo Lions. He's just struggled to get going. This time he just absolutely threw the kitchen sink at that. And he's managed to find the meaty part of the bat to carry the ball all the way for a 6. The Colombo Lions now have finally got onto the 160s. Now 160 for 8. This over proving to be expensive. 15 runs have come off this over. And this is the exact reason why I stated at the start of the over that the captain is taking a massive gamble by bringing himself on as a spinner to bowl the last over. Did pay off as far as the wicket was concerned, but the runs, well, all comes down to the runs, isn't it? Last ball of the innings now. Malindu, can he get another one more big one here? Can he get the momentum onto the Colombo Lions going into the second half? Short ball gets an outside edge, and would you believe it, it's flown past the third man region for a boundary. So Malindu finishes off with a strike rate of above 100 in the last 2 balls of the innings. Lahiru Malwatta, he goes for 19 runs in that last over. The question here is, will that be the difference? Will that be the difference? I would still say it's a below a par score. Colombo Lions 164 for 8 in their 20 overs. Thambapanni Lions certainly might be a happier team going into the second half. But it was all thanks to that man Shehan Dilshan, 74 of 55. Darshan Apiris 22 of 11. And then some late impetus there by Pasindu and Malindu right there towards the end. Harsha Madhushankar and Darshan Apiris along with Pasindu and Malindu are the other batters who got into double figures. 12 extras to go with it as well. 164 for 8 is what the Colombo Lions have managed to get in this match number 2 of the Slcl Provincial League Season 2. If you're a supporter of the Colombo Lions team, you'd not be very happy with that batting scorecard. You needed somebody top of the order to support Shehan. And had that been done so, the scoreboard would be very different. And this is the bowling scorecard. Gagan was expensive in the first over, and then he came back to bowl the penultimate over. And he was brilliant in there. 2 for 20 he finishes off. Andrew Paris picks up 2 wickets for 24 runs as well. A wicket apiece for Lahiru Malwatta, Mohammad Halan and Amin Miflal, who was the most economical there, Amin. But the pick of the bowlers was Sadesh Patranage, 3 for 29 of his 4 overs. Thambapanni Lions, they'll be very happy with the effort apart from that last over. So Colombo Lions, 164 for 8 is what they've got in their 20 overs. And the Thambapanni will want 165 for victory in their allotted 20 overs. Will they be able to get there? Only time will tell. We're going to take a short break. We come back, we'll have the run chase. Stay tuned.
We running the show. Watch the champions grow. Where the legends all go. Victory lap. Let the whole world know.
SLCL Provincial League Season 2.
We running the show. Watch the champions grow. Where the legends all go. Victory lap. Let the whole world know.
SLCL Provincial League Season 2.
Well, welcome back. We're here for the run chase of the Thambapanni Lions in pursuit of 165 for victory. Mohammad Nafis and Inusha Umayangana, the two opening batters here for the Thambapanni Lions. Harsha Madhushankar will be opening the proceedings with the new ball, right arm off spinner. Well, what's happened out there? Very first ball. And Mohammad Nafis, he slips looking for that single. Thambapanni Lions in pursuit of 165 for victory. It's absolutely crucial that they get a good start here up front. And this young man will play a vital role. Mohammad Nafis. What a talent this young man has been. 473 matches, 13,600 runs with an average of almost 48 and a strike rate of 125. 17 years old. The future is certainly here. Chance for an out. What is happening out there? Can you believe it? There's been a yes and no, a bit of confusion out there. And it's Inusha Umayangana finds himself napping on the non-striker's end. And a run out. Not the start the Thambapanni Lions wanted. A bit of yes and no between the batters. Disaster here for the Thambapanni Lions. Disaster for Inusha Umayangana. He will be absolutely distraught. He goes without facing a ball. The Thambapanni Lions, it's none for one. Lahiru Malwata, the captain at number 3. He's turning out to be a fantastic first over here by Harsha Madhushankar. But that's an absolute disaster to begin with. Mohammad Nafis has got a lot of runs under his belt. He certainly will play a vital role tonight. A short and wide outside the off stump. Cut away. Down towards the deep point region for a single. And Nafis gets off the mark after 5 deliveries. It's a fantastic first over here from Harsha. He's been brilliant. He's been outstanding. Last ball coming up. Lahiru Malwata, the captain, in at number 3. 196 matches, 4,771 runs with an average of 35 and a strike rate of 145 here for the captain. He needs to play a captain's knock. Down the leg side. Has he got a feather? They're asking the question. Not out, says the umpire. Well, if there was nothing there, why was that not given a wide? Did that manage to get some pad through the way to the wicket keeper? But I felt that there was a bit of gap between the bat and pad. And let's have a look at the replay again. Yes, there was some pad on its way. Great decision there by Nadeem Manjub. An excellent first over from Harsha Madhushankar. Just a run, but most importantly picking up a wicket as well in the form of a run out. It's 1 for 1. So Tashik Pereira is going to be opening the bowling from the other end. And he's going to go up against Mohammad Nafis. So as we've just been talking about, Mohammad Nafis is a very special young talent. He's a man who's been marked for the future. And here in the comm box, I have the man behind the scenes, behind the growth of this youngster. Well, that's Apesh. Falls just short of the fielder, Amidon. Well, just as I was talking, I've just been joined here in the comm box with Mr. Mohammad Wazir, the father of Nafis, who's joined with me in the comm box, who was extremely nervous the moment his son almost lobbied that down to mid-on. Mr. Wazir, welcome to the comm box. And I can see that you're extremely nervous with your son batting out there in the middle.
Yes, of course. Thank you for having me here. I think and I'm happy to see that my son is playing in front of live coverage. And the first time I'm watching this, I'm having a chat with you. Especially, I must say thank to Desert Cup Sports Academy who brought him to this level. And special thanks to Mr. Presti Polonovita, the founder of Desert Cups and the CEO. And it was a pleasure to meet Mr. Atik who, as always, is supporting and also is giving good.
Well, certainly, it's an absolute pleasure to have you here with us as well, Mr. Wazir. So Mohammad Nafis will certainly need to play a blinder of a knock here. Well, that's been hit nicely. Over mid-on for a boundary. First boundary here for the Thambapanni Lions is come off the bat of Mohammad Nafis. That was a classy shot, Wazir. And I'm sure you'll be a very proud man to see that shot being implemented there by your son, isn't it?
Yes, of course, exactly. It's absolutely. I'm very happy to see him and he's playing so many matches and in front of him. I mean, always I'm behind his success, and also so far he's doing well in his future, and it's happy to see him and playing.
Well, it certainly is been a glorious looking shot. Fielder in the deep makes a big mess of that. So couple of boundaries in quick succession here in consecutive balls here for Mohammad Nafis. Look at that. That was absolutely crashed off the middle of the bat. Short and wide outside the off stump. But the dew in the outfield not helping the fielders. It was completely wrong-footed there on the boundary ropes. But you've got to make sure that you get your body behind the ball. Mohammad Nafis now moves on to 10 of 8 deliveries. Thambapanni Lions 11 for 1. Well, to all our viewers, I'd like you to know also that Mr. Wazir here, he's been a crucial force in molding this young man to bring him to where he is today, Mohammad Nafis. He's been a special talent that's been earmarked here in the UAE as well as back home in Sri Lanka. He's had the patronage of legends of the likes of Chamin Dawas, Nuwan Zoisa, Sanajay Surya, all of them recognizing the talents of this young man and has earmarked him to certainly be a future star. We'll speak more about it in the next over. 2 overs done, it's 12 for 1. So Harsha will continue after that brilliant first over. It's 12 for 1 after 2 overs. Nafis looking good. 2 boundaries in the previous over. So Mr. Wazir, just tell us more about Nafis and his journey in cricket so far. At such a young age, just 17 years old, he's already being earmarked by some superstars, legends back home as well as here in the UAE as well. Could you just give us more insights with regards to his journey in cricket?
Nafi started cricket when he was 5 years, and my wife found in the website, and we found the Desert Cup Sports Academy, and we went and joined the academy. Since then, now he's been with Desert Cups nearly 12 years. Yeah, 12 years. So he's very happy to
Well, that's a maximum. That's scored all the way for a 6 over mid wicket. Mohammad Nafis is turning the heat on here at the Karwan Sports Club. And what an brilliant stroke that was. Mr. Wazir is absolutely in awe looking at the batting of his son out there in the middle. Mr. Wazir is looking extremely good, isn't he?
Yes, really, I'm very happy to see my son is playing, and he's always do for me this, making me happy, hitting such a beautiful sixes and all. And happy to see him when he's growth up. When 5 years now, he's 17 years, and nothing to say about him. But he's always, everyone knows him about him. And he's been recently went to Sri Lanka and he played with the Colts Cricket Club. Few matches. Unfortunately, a lot of rains come, so we couldn't play much of match cricket.
Well, that's been swept now towards the leg side. He gets another boundary. What an over this is now turning out to be. Already 11 runs have come off this over. Thambapanni Lions, well, they're cruising at this stage. This young man is turning the heat on here at the Karwan Sports Club. Some glorious looking shots. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the talent. This is the future of UAE cricket. This is the future of this young man right before your eyes. Well, this has been hit up high up in the air. There's a fielder coming under and the catch has been taken. Well, that was, I'd say, a poor shot, so to say the least. He's already got 2 boundaries in this over, Mr. Wazir. Well, I'm sure you'll have something to say to him when he comes back into the dugout, isn't it?
Yes, he should have still about another 10 overs, and we could have made easily this run chase. And for him, nothing. And I've seen him a lot of run chase. He has done the work, and also we won the match. And not happy to, but still, it's, cricket all about he can in and out, but it can be all this about cricket. We can't say anything. So let's see.
Well, it certainly was a dejected looking Mr. Wazir looking at his dejected son, walking now back to the dugout after a whirlwind 21. Looked extremely good during his stay, but unfortunately was just short-lived. Mohammad Nafis departs. It's 23 for 2. (23 for 2) after 2.5 overs. The Colombo Lions have now creeped back into the game. 2 openers now back in the dugout. Inusha and Nafis find themselves in the dugout. It's not the start that the Thambapanni Lions wanted. Last ball of the 3rd over. Mohammad Halan, the new batter, straight away gets a boundary down towards that square leg region and gets off the mark in style. An expensive over here by Harsha. Nevertheless, most importantly, a wicket there of Mohammad Nafis and a big one at that. 3 overs done. It's 27 for 2. 27 for 2 after 3 overs. Lahiru and Mohammad Halan out there. Well, Mr. Wazir is still with me here in the commentary box, and well, he's got a word of advice to his son, Mohammad Nafis. Nafis, if you are watching this broadcast after the game, you seriously need to take some consideration listening to your father. A quick single there on that occasion. So, Mr. Wazir, what do you have to tell to Nafis? Of course, I'm sure you'll be telling him the same thing back home. But the dismissal, what should he have done better on that occasion?
See, I'm always advising him. You already have scored 1 4s and 1 6s already on the board. The score is on the board. So why in a hurry? Go for single double, make you build up your innings, and go for further. So in a hurry, no, it should nothing happen. I already advised him so many times, but he will learn. Inshallah, you'll see. Okay, thank you.
Well, that is certainly solid advice there by Mr. Wazir. So Nafis, that is something that you have to take into very serious consideration. You've got a man here to support you, Mr. Wazir, who's been behind you in your growth, and that is some serious solid advice, and that's exactly what any coach, even at the international stage, would tell you. You've already got 10-11 runs of the over. You can just try rotating the strike, make it 15-16 runs of the over, put the bad balls away. But mind you, he's a young man, just 17 years old, so certainly will learn a lot as he go on into his career. But certainly a special talent, a great all-rounder to have in your team, as a batter, as a medium pacer. Certainly has got a very, very bright future. Mr. Wazir, a quick word from you about the tournament, this Slcl that's been organized here for the expat communities of Sri Lankans. And that's a glorious looking shot from Mohammad Halan. We've already seen 2 glorious strokes from him since he's walked out to bat in his short stay so far. What a stroke, look at that. Beautiful looking cover drive. Was taken on the full. Easy pickings for a batter of the class and caliber of Mohammad Halan. So Mr. Wazir, just tell us more about your thoughts about this tournament of the Slcl Season 2.
Yeah, I must say, I must especially thanks to Mr. Manju Abesekara, who's organized such a wonderful tournament in UAE, one of the best tournaments. And I'm happy to have my son in part of this Provincial cricket the first time he's been playing. And also under his 17 years, there are a lot of senior players are playing under him, like, you know, especially there's a lot of Sri Lankans first-class players. So thank you, Mr. Manju's bringing my son to this level of cricket, and also he's giving me opportunity to play in this. And also not to forget our Thambapanni, Mr. Thambapanni, our sponsors, and also all the rest of my players. Thank you very much. Thank you.
A quick single been taken. Well, yes, it's been an amazing tournament, hasn't it? We just had a chat earlier in the first innings with Mr. Manju Abesekara as well, of how wonderful this Slcl tournament has been. Incepted in 2016. Season 2, now over 60 teams taking part in this tournament, bringing all these youngsters as well as experienced players from the Sri Lankan communities who are also working professionals here in the UAE, moved in here, given them a platform to perform at the highest levels. That's another good looking cover drive. A good piece of effort there as well on the field. It's been a wonderful platform for these youngsters. We'll speak more about it in the next over. 4 overs done. It's 35 for 2. 35 for 2 after 4 overs. Oh, there's a chance of another wicket here. It's been skied, but just beyond the reach of the fielder in the deep. Well, has that gone for a boundary? I'm sure the umpires will want to have a look. Well, that is extremely lucky there for Lahir Malwatta. Almost a very similar dismissal of Nafis early on. Trying to fetch that outside the off stump and just getting a top edge. Very, very lucky to get it over the fielder's head. It's not easy batting conditions here now, especially with the dew setting in. The ball can be extremely skiddy, can come low to the batter as well, but also very tough for the fielders as well. So if the Thambapanni Lions can bat well, the first 7 to 8 overs are absolutely crucial. That's nicely played. It's into the gap. Fielder has no chance whatsoever. That's another boundary. Beautiful hit there by Mohammad Halan. He is looking good. Third boundary for him. He moves on to 13 now. The most experienced A-division player here in the UAE, Mohammad Halan. Mr. Wazir, Thambapanni Lions currently 42 for 2 after 4.3 overs. They're going at a run rate above 9 runs and over. Required rate 7. What are your thoughts? Do you think the Thambapanni Lions can get over the line? And who are the other players that they can perhaps watch out for? You've been somebody who follows a lot of cricket here in the UAE. And that's another very good shot. And just look at that for acrobatic effort. Certainly saved 2 runs for the team. What are your thoughts, Mr. Wazir? Who are the other players that can certainly give a fight here with the bat for the Thambapanni?
We have a young talent kids, Fatur, and we have Adrian, and we have Ryan who can hit hard. He's a super power hitting player and who can clear the boundary. And we hope we can win this match. And these two have to stay a little bit of further, like another 5-6 overs, bring the run rate back, and keep the momentum going on.
Well, certainly, still plenty of batting yet to come. It was a wide on that occasion. Mind you, you also have the likes of someone like Andrew Berenger, former former international, who's also represented 4 countries, which could have been a world record. He did play for UAE, for Sri Lanka. He also did play for Canada, I believe, as well as Bermuda and Qatar. Has a very unique record there, Andrew Berenger. Harsha Madhushankar is into his last ball of his 3rd over. Proved to be quite expensive so far, but he's picked up a wicket under his name. The big wicket of Nafis. He's bowled quite well. Dot ball to end it. 5 overs done, 45 for 2. Nicely played there with soft hands on the occasion. A single down to deep third. So Tashik Pereira into his 3rd over. Mr. Wazir, just tell us more about the story of Nafis and how legends like Chaminda Was and who are the other international legends that have actually taken Ahmad his wing. Just give us more insights into that story as well.
Yeah, I must say that Nafis met John T. Rhodes when he was, I think, 11 years. Then he was very happy then by the fielding and is given good. He was, and also Nafis met Chaminda Was and Dinesh Karthik and Ashwin, Ashwin, he met all the senior legends and especially and Chaminda was very happy to have him and he already this time I went to Sri Lanka. He said let him play here for 2-3 months, continue playing. But unfortunately he has an exam on Dubai, then I have to bring him back in. Then hope to go again by August or September to play another few tournaments.
Well, certainly that does sum up the journey of this young man, Mohammad Nafis, who certainly has got a lot of eyeballs set on him, on his growth, on his journey here in the UAE. Certainly a talent to look out for. That earlier outside edge, almost getting an edge to the wicket keeper. Brings the 50 up for Thambapanni Lions as well. 50 for 2 after 5.3 overs. But Mohammad Halan has indeed batted well. 19 of 11 deliveries. Also, Mr. Wazir, speaking about this tournament, the other thing that we are very grateful for the youngsters gracing the game is playing in such wonderful facilities, isn't it? Back home in Sri Lanka, yes, us being playing nations, we do not have the luxuries of playing maybe under lights or turf wickets or world-class facilities like what you find here in the UAE. How do you think that has helped in your son's growth as well?
In terms of Sri Lanka, but Dubai has a fantastic facilities in the night. We can play day and night games and a lot of turf wickets and Napis almost was born and brought up in Dubai, but he's happy to play in Dubai and also other facilities, lovely facilities. I'm happy to play in this level condition.
Well, certainly these facilities are absolutely nothing second to world-class facilities provided for these youngsters to up their game. And that is what tournaments such as this, the Slcl, has done. Provided the platform for these youngsters to showcase their talents. Leg by on the occasion to end the over. So power play overs done and dusted. Thambapanni Lions, after the fall of those 2 wickets, have managed to steady the ship ever so slightly. It's 52 for 2. The players will take drinks. Thambapanni Lions, 52 for 2. We will take a short break. Mr. Bazir, thank you so much for joining us here in the Combox. It was an absolute pleasure to have you here with us. 55 for 2 after 6.3 overs. 3 singles coming off the first 3 balls of the over. It's Inshaka Sirivardhana who comes into the attack. Another 110 more runs required for victory. Going nicely here are the 2 batters. The current run rate and the required run rate certainly abreast of what's required. So game very much in the balance. The Colombo Lions, they need wickets, and they need wickets in regular intervals. .56 for 2. One more delivery remaining. Spinner. Decent over here by Inshaka. He's got to finish it off well here. Last ball coming up. Trying to hog that down towards the square leg region. So 5 runs of the over. 7 down, 57 for 2. Oh, that's a very, very good shot. Muhammad, in fact, that's Lahi Rumal Watta. On that occasion, he absolutely corks that out of the middle of the park. Too short on that occasion. And he's pulled that with disdain. Brilliant shot there. The captain announcing himself. That would give him a world of confidence. Rashmika Sirivardhana, who's just walked in to bowl his first over, has been welcomed in style by the captain. Thambapanni Lions now 63 for 2 after 7.1 overs. Good delivery, excellent delivery. 63 for 2. Well, I've just been joined here in the comm box by a very, very special guest again. Out walks the father and in walks the son. Mohammad Nafis, straight from the center. Nafis, welcome to the comm box. Oh, has he got an edge? No, he has not. Oh, has he? Yes, he has. So a wicket falling at a very, very crucial juncture of the game. Is the captain who has to depart. A beautiful delivery there by Rashmika. Well, what a delivery. What a brilliant delivery that was. .63 for 3 now. Well, that was that delivery. Just look at that. That was a medium pacer's dream delivery there just outside the off stump. What a wicket that was. A big, big wicket under the circumstances. 63 for 3 now. And in walks Henry Berenger. Another experienced man who's represented 4 countries at the international stage. Played for UAE, for Sri Lanka. So did play for Bahrain and I believe also for Canada, for Bermuda as well. And in fact I think Qatar, if I'm not mistaken. Well, to speak more about it, I've just been joined here by Mohammad Nafis. Nafis, welcome to the Combox. Firstly, I can see that you're extremely dejected after that dismissal of yours. Speak to us more about it and how was the surface playing? You were looking extremely good. 21 in double quick time, got some good runs, scored a 6 and a boundary that over. What was running in your mind, my friend?
So I was just looking to play positive, play my game. Unfortunately, it didn't pay off. I played a poor shot. I mean, you keep on learning as you go, the more games you play. So it's tough luck. First game of the tournament, so I think I have a lot to learn, especially because it's my first provincial. So it's very nice playing with a lot of experienced lads. Surface isn't playing too good for the batsmen, but as you play on, it gets easier for you. So I'd say, poor shot on my end.
Well, it certainly was. But there's one thing, Nafis, that we were discussing on air, because while you were batting, I had the honor of calling the game with your father, who's been an integral part of your support, hasn't it? He's been, every time I've seen you play over the last 2-3 years here in the UAE, while I've had the honor of commentating as well, he's turned out every single game. Well, that's a glorious looking shot. We'll speak more about it in the next over, as Henry Berenger has opened up in style. What a beautiful looking stroke that was outside the off stump, and he caresses that through the point region, and the fielder in the deep had absolutely no chance whatsoever. What a way to end the over. 69 for 3 at the end of 8. $69 for 3. Nafis, we're just talking about your dismissal, and while I was on air with your father, he was absolutely gleaming with pride, when he saw you hit those sixes and that boundary through that point region. And then straight after, when you got out, he was literally with his hands on his head, and he was like, but one thing that truly amazes me is the knowledge that your father possesses of the game. And what he did tell is what every coach would say, isn't it? You've already got 10 runs of the over. All you had to do was just rotate the strike. What do you say to that?
I mean, I've gotten out multiple times like that, but I'd always say 20 is always better than 10, but it's always not a very good mindset. So yeah, my dad's always right in that situation.
Well, it certainly does, because end of the day, as a batter, your job is, of course, as an opener, you want to try and get the maximum number of runs as possible. But yes, you're still very young, 17 years old. Still, you grow up, you learn with age. But I would say, Nafis, that I'm 100% with your father there as well, because you've already got 10 runs of the over. You just got to try. And also, for an example, what I've also seen is that you back yourself a lot when it comes to fast bowlers. So you've got a spinner in, you've got 10 runs of the over. Perhaps maybe would have not been a bad idea to just keep rotating the strike and then wait for that boundary ball as well. But sometimes that's how cricket goes. And today you did provide the start, did show us those glimpses of brilliance that we've all seen in you. You really have a very, very bright future ahead of you, my friend. Good looking shot down the ground for a single. But just speak to us about the surface here, Nafis. How did it seem? We did see some balls staying low as well. Is there some swing off the surface? How hard was it?
So yeah, in our bowling innings, you could see it was staying low sometimes, getting on. So when I went to bat, I was always on high alert, watching the ball throughout the whole time. So while we were batting against the fast bowler, I would say I think the first ball rushed me on quickly, and then the other few just kept at its own pace, didn't do much. And for the spinner, he was changing it up, so it was very hard to pick it, very hard to judge him. So that was very good on their bowling end. They were using the surface to their best standards.
Yes, they were extremely bowling. They're bowling extremely well one day. Just felt like at one stage, after the fall of the 2 wickets as well, Mohammad Halan came and got a flurry of boundaries just to ease that pressure as well. 2 early wickets. Well, a quick question, Nafis, what happened with the run out with Inusha? Could you speak to us through that as well?
So yeah, in that over, first ball of the innings I played, I slipped very hard. So then from that moment on, we went to each other, we talked, we were like, okay, no riskies. And then smart fielding change by the team. They put point to around cover point, which was very good from them, which I think my partner did not see. So he rushed on quick, he slipped, and miscommunication by both of us, and it ended in a run out, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, it was a disastrous start, wasn't it? But Thambapanni Lions, since then, and also the dismissal of Nafis, they've managed to string up a partnership here before the fall of the captain, Lahir Malwatta. You have Andrew Berenger now at number 5. These two will certainly play a vital role in pursuit of this target being set. Thick outside edge and gets a boundary. Smart batting there by Andrew Berenger. I think that was rather intentional. He opened the face of the bat at the very, very last second. Was wide outside the off stump. Look at that. Yes, that was intentionally played. Well, Nafis, he's a class act, isn't he, Andy Berenger? Man with a lot of experience. How vital is it that you get the chance of sharing the dressing room with such players who played a lot of cricket at the international stage as well? What do you learn from these men?
I mean, playing for 4 nations is not easy. It's a very hard task, and he's done that. So it's very good to ask questions how he's done that. What has he been able to do to keep up with the cricket that he's been playing? So it's a very great opportunity to be able to be teammates with him.
Certainly a very special talent, Andre. Really, Thambapanni Lions will look up to him to provide the impetus here with the bat in the middle overs as we get towards the second half. 87 more runs required of 63 balls. Well, you've got someone of the likes of Mohammad Halan out there in the middle as well, Nafis. Do you think... Oh, that was a no ball. That's going to be a free hit. Completely losing control of the ball due to the dew out there in the middle. Can be quite tough for the bowlers. It seems like they're going to be bowling. They're bowling with a bar of soap. Could be rather... Well, I'm sure he would have said some words in Sinhalese that we can't mention on air here, Nafis. So, just tell us about who are the other players that you can watch out here in your playing 11 tonight. You've got another 7 wickets in hand. Thick outside edge. Free hit, gets a boundary. That would certainly help your cause. And as I was just asking you, Nafis, apart from these two, anybody else that you can count in your team to get you towards the target?
Yeah, we have Fatur Rahman. He's the impact player for our team, and then and obviously we know he's very destructive when he gets going. And then we have Ryan J, again another very destructive batter, very experienced, played in all formats of the game, very, very good player. And we have, I think, a new addition, Lakshita. He's been in, I think, 2 editions. He's also a very good very handy left-hand batsman in the end.
Well, certainly having the goods here, Thambapanni Lions. One of the strongest teams on paper. Certainly expect them to play a very vital role in this tournament. And an excellent piece of effort there by the fielder at point. Certainly saved 3 runs there for the team. That's the kind of effort that you'd need from your fielders when you're defending a below par score. Every run will count. 84 for 3. Rashmika, well, it's overproving to be slightly expensive. Better delivery this time, but he's managed to dug that out. Down towards the fine leg region for a couple of runs. And that is the end of the 10th over. So at the halfway stage, Thambapanni Lions 86 for 3. Require 79 more required in the second half. $86 for 3. There's going to be another change in the bowling. Leg spin coming in, Malindu. Provided that late impetus there with the bat. With a 6 and a 4 of the last 2 balls of the innings for the Colombo Lions. 7 wickets in hand. Certainly gettable. That's another very good shot. Beautifully hit there by Mohammad Halan. That was some serious stroke play, I'll tell you. The ball stayed low, going down on 1 foot, and then placing it behind square for a boundary. Magnificent shot there by Mohammad Halan. Well, he certainly will hold the key here tonight for Thambapanni Lions. He's moved on to 35 of 25 balls. 90 for 3 now after 10.1 overs. Game certainly very much on here, Nafis.
Yes, very much so. I think after the fall of the first 2 wickets, we've come back very strongly here. 90 for 3 in the 10 overs. Haaland's looking very good here right now, so I think we have a very good chance of winning here.
Well, you've got a boundary on the first ball, with the required run rate being just around 8 runs and over. That's exactly what you got to do. You get 5 more singles. That's 9 runs of the over. You're abreast of the required run rate. You don't have to take unnecessary risk at this stage, especially when you're 3 wickets down. Yes, you've got the likes of someone like Ryan and Fatur also to come into bat. But a partnership now is absolutely crucial. Andre Berenger's also got a start. He's got to go on. He's got to use all his experience here in a tournament like this over the next 14 days, where you've got games coming through thick and fast. You've got to be in your A game right throughout. Smart batting here, not taking undue risks. Nafis, quickly tell me, with regards to your own personal development, we've already seen you scoring a bucket load of runs. I believe you have almost close to 15,000 runs in your career as well. That too at such an early age. You have also been earmarked by some legends of the game, the likes of Chaminda Was. What has those experiences taught you in developing your game?
So I've gone to a bucket load of countries. I've gone to Australia, England, Sri Lanka, South Africa. So what it's just taught me is hard work is always going to be talent. So the hours you put into the nets always will pay off. So that's why if you want to become the best, you have to play like you're the best.
Where did this dream come through for Nafis? Was this something that you enjoyed doing from a very early age? Because I see the support that your father has been behind you in your game. Is that a dream that he perhaps encouraged you to have from a young age, or was it something that you had that he helped you to perhaps foster that and support you throughout?
I mean, me and my family, we're sports enthusiasts, so we're always in the game, football, cricket. Early on, I was playing football, and then my parents put me into cricket, especially my mom. She always says that I'm the one who put you into cricket. So, yeah. We were always like sports enthusiasts. So, my first academy was in Desert Cubs in 2014. That's the first time I ever played for an academy, and I've been with them ever since. So, now it's my 12th year going on with Desert Cubs. My parents have backed me every time. If I don't score, they're always there to support me. I cannot forget my batting coach, Coach Ashan, and Coach Presley sir. They've always supported me throughout my whole career. They've been the backbone of my whole success.
That's truly a very, very grounding thought to have, being extremely grateful for the grassroots of the beginning of your careers from a very early age. Mohammad Nafis certainly has a very, very bright future ahead of you. Nafis, thank you so much. It was an absolute pleasure to have you here in the Combox with us, and I sincerely hope that you go on to score many more runs, pick up more wickets, and one day represent either your home country or your birth country and make us all proud.
Thank you very much. Great pleasure to be in the Combox with Mr. Atik. I mean, best commentator in my opinion. There's two. One my favorite, Kawaja sir. He's also one of the greatest. You both are absolutely lovely to hear you guys. I mean, I'd watch the live videos just to hear you guys' commentary.
Thank you, Nafis. It truly am sincerely honored to hear that. It really means a lot. Thank you, and wish you all the very best. $95 for 3 after 11 overs. We're down to the last 9 overs now. Henry Berenger on 15 of 9. Mohammad Hala on 38 of 28 balls. 70 required of 54 deliveries. It looks there's going to be a small hold up in play here. 95 for 3. All right, so we did have a small hold up. About to resume now. 95 for 3. Inusha Anuradha comes into the attack. Left arm spin. And starts off with a no ball. A good partnership building here. Andrew Berenger on 15 of 9. .34-run partnership between these two of 23 balls. Comes down the track and he's gone. It's a big, big wicket. Andrew Berenger has to walk back to the dugout. Oh, if not, I beg your pardon. I think it was missed. Well, that got us all fooled here because I did think that for a second, Andrew Berenger was gone for all money. What happened out there? Did the wicketkeeper miss it? That was a wide. That have to be re-bowled. Let's have a look at the replay again. Completely misses it. Well, I think, was it because it's a free hit? And yes, it is. So it was a free hit. And that was the reason why it was not out. And another no ball. Well, a spinner bowling a no ball is absolutely unforgivable, so to say the least. Second no ball of the over. Big, big no ball here. Completely losing the plot on that occasion. Inusha. Well, when you're defending a small total with only 66 runs remaining in the bag, that is something that you can ill afford to do at this stage. 99 for 3. Thick outside edge. Flies past the slip cordon for a boundary. So the free hit proving to be quite costly here for Inusha. This has been the problem. Thick outside edge. Mohammad Halan, he's been there for a while and he's not gonna miss out. He did open the face of the bat as well, but say there was a regulation outside edge. No fielders in that region. Mohammad Halan now moves on to 43 of 30 balls and also brings the team 100 up as well. 103 for 3 after 11.2 overs. 62 more required of 52 balls. Flighted again. And a single towards the sweeper cover. .104 for 3. Quick delivery on the occasion. Nicely driven. So very, very smart batting here by these two. Certainly putting the Thambapanni Lions in a very, very strong position in the game. Twelve overs done, 105 for 3. Andre Berenger comes down the track and he smashed this out to the park. What a glorious stroke that was from Andre Berenger. Well, it's the man, the myth, the legend, the man with all the experience, the man with 4 country national, international experience under his name. And he smashed this, smoked this out of the park. What a hit. What a magnificent hit that was to welcome Malindu back into the attack. Very first ball of his second over. And he's clobbered this. Andre Berenger now moves on to 23 now of 15 balls. 54 more required of 47 deliveries. One for 3. Nelson on the board now. Oh, was that a drop chance? Was that a drop chance? It certainly did seem like with the bowler's reaction. Oh, yes, it was. That was a regulation outside edge trying to glide that ball down towards the third man region. Andre Berenger gets one off the face of the bat straight into the wicket keeper's gloves. And out it pops. Is that the game being dropped here? Nothing going their way here for the Colombo Lions. It's been that kind of a night for them. Flighted again outside the off stump, full toss. Being hit to the cover region. Fielded as well. They'll get a couple. Good running here on the occasion. Looking for a single. Not the best of efforts once again on the field. Should have been a dot ball, was a single on the occasion. Inshaka Sirivardhana into his third over now. Required run rate just above 7.3. 50 required of 41 balls. Colombo Lions need wickets and they need wickets right now. We're almost approaching 1 a.m. midnight here. We're past midnight. The early hours into the morning. Well, that's been slashed. A thick outside edge down towards the third man region. Fielder has no chance whatsoever. This outfield is lightning quick. The 50-run partnership come between these two. And it's been a tremendous, tremendous partnership. Brilliant batting. What an outstanding effort. Partnership now moves on to 56 of 38 deliveries. These two coming together when the chips were down. Mohammad Halan moves on to 48 now with that boundary. Gets a single. Approaching a milestone here, Mohammad Halan. (120 for 3), 13.3 overs. Andrew Berenger now on 27. He's batting extremely well. He needs to go on and finish the game off here. Smart batting. You've already got a boundary in this over. You don't have to do anything with any undue risk required at this stage. It's been a very good performance here by Thambapanni. It's close asking the question. But I think there was a good decision there by the umpire. It was sliding down the leg side. Very, very good decision there by the umpire. Payanadi Manjum, very experienced. Did seem like the ball was going through with the arm. Inshaka was literally pleading to the umpire, asking for that to be given out. He knows this partnership is threatening. Last ball of the over. A dot ball to end it. 14 overs done, 121 for 3. (121 for 3). Malindu comes in to bowl his third over now. 6 overs remaining, 43 more runs required, make it 42 with that single. The Colombo Lions are quite wary of the fact that they're just perhaps 1 wicket away from a victory here. 1 or 2 wickets away, in fact, I mean, just to create that pressure. Then get closer to that victory line, because yes, there is a couple of batters coming yet to come into bat, but with this surface, new batters coming in can be extremely tough. The ball's extremely slippery now. Very, very hard to grip the ball. Well, that's been Swept hard. Straight to the fielder and a single brings the 50 up for Mohammad Halan. It's been a very, very good innings under pressure. 50 of 38 balls. Came into bat when the 2 wickets had fallen early on in the innings. But he's come in and steadied the ship here for the team. It's been a fantastic effort here by this young man, Mohammad Halan. 50 of 38 deliveries. Been a high quality innings, and now he's got to make sure that he converts this it for a winning cause here for the Thambapanni Lions. It's a wide. He'll have to re-bowl that again. Well, comes down the track. Straight as an arrow. One bounce over the boundary ropes. Once again, Andre Berenger showing us all his experience of what he's capable of. What a brilliant shot there once again. This man is a special talent. Andre Berenger, who played for the Sri Lanka under-19 team, the 2010 Cricket World Cup in New Zealand. He also did play for the UAE along with Qatar as well, and also for Bermuda. Man with a lot of international experience. The youngsters will certainly look up to the experiences that he brings out into the center. Straight to the fielder, but a misfield will enable them to get a single. Fifteen overs done, 130 for 3. Mohammad Halan goes down the ground and gets another boundary. That's a terrific hit once again over the bowler's head. Very, very nicely played there by Mohammad Halan. Slightly fuller. Well, he's too good a batter to miss out there. He's batting beautifully out there in the middle now. Well, straight away after a break, Mohammad Halan has absolutely launched this in towards that mid-wicket boundary, or in fact the square leg boundary for a maximum. Getting closer and closer here to the victory line are the Thambapanni Lions. $140 for 3 now after 15.2 overs. Required run rate now below a run a ball. Just 25 more required. Well, you don't have to do anything more out of the ordinary, Henry. Already got the runs. The required run rate is below 6 runs and over. In fact, that was Mohammad Halan, in fact. Well, he's beautifully played that behind square for another boundary. Mohammad Halan is playing a blinder of a knock. He's now moved on to 65 of 43 deliveries. What a brilliant shot once again. Well, tonight we've witnessed that stroke being played very often. Comes down the track and he smashed this out of the park again. Andre Berenger wants to finish things off as quickly as possible, getting to the pitch of the ball, and he's corked this out of the park. $150 comes up for the Thambapanni Lions at the end of the 16th over. 151 for 3 with just 40 more runs required for victory. Down to the 17th over now, and it's Harsha Madhushankar who continues. Well, this again blasted and blasted through the offside again. We're within touching distance of victory now. Runs are coming thick and fast here. Just 2 hits away from what would be a victory now for the Thambapanni Lions. Well, he's gone through the mid-wicket region this time, and he's got all of it. Mohammad Halan, what a hit. What a brilliant hit again. Just 2 runs away from victory. Thambapanni Lions, this has been a commanding performance over the UAE Lions. In fact, the Colombo Lions, I beg your pardon. Mohammad Alan moves on to 78 of 47 deliveries. He's on 11 with 11 boundaries and 2 sixes to his name. He's been absolutely outstanding. He's been brilliant. Harsha Madhushanka has been taken to the cleaners. 1 hit away from victory are the Thambapanni Lions now. Just 2 more runs required. Knocks it around, gets a single. And he's given it to his senior partner, Andrew Berenger. Well, my friend, over to you to score the winning run. Scores are level. And a dot ball. Writings on the wall here. Well, the Colombo Lions have only themselves to blame after losing all those wickets. And there we go. That's victory. That is victory. Game done and dusted. The Colombo Lions folding up, not able to get over the line against a very, very strong Thambapanni Lions who romp home with 7 wickets and 3 overs to spare. It was all thanks to that brilliant 100-run partnership between Andre Berenger and Mohammad Halan, who sealed the deal. After losing those 3 early wickets, these two came out and played beautifully. What a performance. It's been a fantastic and outstanding performance here. Thambapanni Lions, well, they've got the first points on the board now here in this SLCL Provincial League 2026 Season 2. Plenty of entertainment tonight, but certainly not enough runs on the board. So huge congratulations here to Team Thambapanni Lions. Commiserations to the Colombo Lions. The Battle of the Lions. And it's the men in purple that have come out victorious. So Colombo Lions scoring 164 for 8 in their 20 overs. Thambapanni Lions romping home with 7 wickets. And it was all thanks to Mohammad Halan, 79 of 48 balls with 11 boundaries and 2 sixes to his name. Along with Andre Berenger, 41 of 27, a 100-run partnership between these two. A good little start there provided right at the top by Mohammad Nafis, 21 of 15. And Lahirum Al-Wata, the captain, with a cameo of 16 of 15 balls. 8 extras to go with it. Harsha Madhushanka and Rashmika Sirivardhana, the only bowlers to get wickets in their column with 1 apiece. But unfortunately, runs not sufficient enough for them tonight. Well, that's all we have. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we'll have the post-match presentation for you shortly. Stay tuned.
We running the show. Watch the champions grow. Where the legends all go. Victory lap. Let the whole world know.
SLCL Provincial League Season 2.
We running the show. Watch the champions grow. Where the legends all go. Victory lap. Let the whole world know.
SLCL Provincial League Season 2.
Welcome to the post-match presentation for match number 2, the game for the Battle of the Lions, the Colombo Lions taking on the Thambapanni Lions, with the Thambapanni Lions emerging victorious, winning by 7 wickets. It's been a tremendous, tremendous performance. Huge congratulations to Thambapanni Lions and commiserations to the Colombo Lions. We'll jump straight onto the presentation where we have Mr. Manju Abesekar to hand over the Man of the Match award. And it's going to be a special award from Naturals, products from Naturals, and it's going to be handed over to our Man of the Match, who is none other than Mohammad Halan, who scored a magnificent 79 of 48 deliveries with 11 boundaries and 2 sixers, and also picking up a wicket. So very, very good all-round performance from Mohammad Halan. Halan, firstly, huge congratulations. It was a brilliant performance as a team. And yourself coming into bat when the chips were down 2 wickets, what was running in your mind and how was the pitch playing?
Thank you very much. Actually, we had a plan to play 20 overs. So wicket was so good to bat on, and our captain said, like, once you get a chance, just play 20 overs. Eventually, you will get the, win. So that is what I have, executed, and it delivered very well.
Well, I think also the dew helped yourself as well, because it was extremely tough for the fielders to grip the ball, the bowlers to grip the ball. But how was the pitch playing? Do you feel that the ball was kind of staying low as well? How did you cope up to that?
Yeah, it is. It was like little skiddy, but there is no much turn on it. So it helped us to get runs easily. This is what happened.
Well, Halan, we thoroughly enjoy the innings. Huge congratulations to you and the team. Enjoy the victory and come back stronger as well for the rest of the tournament.
Thank you very much.
Well, there we go. That was the Man of the Match. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have here from the post-match presentation. Do join us again tomorrow for the live action. Till then, it's goodbye and good night from all of us.
SLCL, SLCL. We running the show. SLCL. Watch the champions grow. SLCL. Where the legends all go. Victory lap. Let the whole world know.
SLCL Provincial League
Stop shaking.
Season 2.